Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here, and welcome back to a new Ninjago Season 11 episode review and discussion video here on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about episode 26 of Season 11, entitled The Kaiju Protocol. So this episode is a little bit of a filler episode, which isn't too great. I mean, especially at this point in the Ice chapter, where we kind of need all the help we can get and all the time we can get. This episode sees Pixel and Master Wu basically messing around in Ninjago, trying to get to the Never Realm, and they accidentally unleash the Preeminent, or at least what's left of the Preeminent, upon Ninjago. So as normally in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about some things that I enjoyed about the episode, then we'll jump into some of the not so good things, and then at the end of the video, we'll be giving the episode a score out of 10. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here. So for some good things that I enjoyed, I mean, I really liked the actual fight scenes between Pixel and the Preeminent. I thought it was really well done, the way that it was actually, choreographed, and I liked the color palette of it. It's kind of shot and kind of edited to make it look a little bit more like a 60s monster movie, hence the title Kaiju Protocol. In case you don't know, the word kaiju basically refers to giant monsters in some degree. I mean, if you've seen Pacific Rim, that's basically all you need to know. But this episode sees Pixel fighting the Preeminent, and that fight and that whole struggle was actually really cool, and I really liked that. However, some things that I really didn't enjoy was the actual context of the Preeminent coming back, which kind of throws off some other stuff going on in Ninjago when you think about it. I don't want to really get into too much detail about it in this review, but it just kind of bothered me in that regard, and I really didn't like the Preeminent coming back, because again, it kind of messes up the overall canon of the previous Ninjago stuff, and it really doesn't tie in very well to this season. And that's essentially how I can describe this episode. It doesn't really tie itself into this season too well. I mean, we have things like the Chima beavers showing up, which was kind of cool, but then again, at the same time, we're missing out on so much from the Ice chapter that this episode could have just basically filled in. I mean, this episode really wasn't necessary. I understand that a lot of filler episodes in season 11 aren't necessary, but this episode, at least to me, felt the most unnecessary out of all of them. I really didn't find myself enjoying this episode too much, aside from the fight scenes and the combat between Pixel and the Preeminent, because I thought all that stuff was kind of cool. But when you take into account the actual context of the episode itself and what it does to the season, it really doesn't do much. And this episode was just kind of disappointing. It felt kind of lackluster. It felt like it really didn't need to be there, at least in my opinion. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this episode, but I'm going to go ahead and give it, I think, a 4 out of 10 for everything I just listed in this review. Might be my lowest score for the Ice chapter yet, not too sure about that, but this episode is probably one of my least favorites, honestly. I really didn't care for it too much. Some stuff was cool, but for the most part, it just didn't really feel like it needed to be here at all. Just kind of felt like a waste of time, and just kind of felt like, we could have been seeing something else. But I enjoyed some stuff, don't get me wrong. This episode wasn't completely bad. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including the Marvelous Jan. Thank you so much for pledging to the $10 tier. As such, you'll receive a spoken shout out and a written shout out at the end of every video, plus exclusive early access content on the Patreon page from time to time. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, my name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.